Okay, so this one's double digits, and
Oh no.
Ooh.
I picked it.
That means short.
Because I randomly saw it again when I got distracted on IMDb
Nice.
while we were recording one time, and so yeah. So
I
a
know
cop
what it
is
is.
really tough and fights crime with a lot of action.
I know what it is.
What is
Yeah,
it?
Officer Downe.
Yeah,
And it has Glenn Howerton in it.
It does, and so that's why I picked it.
Well, I fucking love Glenn Howerton, so I'm jazzed.
I am down
don't
for
even
anything
care.
with this man.
Yeah, it looks absolutely ridiculous. So
I'm excited.
yeah,
I've not heard of it outside of the last time we talked about it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Flix. I'm Tim.
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
Why are you laughing?
Because he's finger gunning me.
Oh.
It looks like I'm coming through the screen.
I know, it's like 3D. I feel like
That's pretty neat.
I wish we were recording videos so that we could like put that out there.
See that? Yeah,
Well,
that's pretty funny.
We'd have to think about how to edit it, but it's like very 3D. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Well, and then Tim also looks like he's got like the mustache cosplay going for this movie.
Yes.
Yeah, true. He has a mustache.
Just that mustache, yeah.
It fits the theme, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what film do we watch again?
We watched that Officer Downe.
With an E.
Yes, with an E.
'cause
So
there's
it's his
two.
last name.
There is an Officer
There is
Downe
an
as
Officer
well.
Downe, yeah.
And that makes more logical sense.
It's a play on,
Officer Downe, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
But
probably
from
English or
2016,
something.
Probably.
Is
right?
it English? Was it 2016? I thought it was Yeah, it would be. Look at Glenn.
16, yeah.
Glenn
Yeah,
looks so
and that's-
young.
Majority of the reason I picked this movie. Because I had no idea what this was. But
Yeah.
I didn't even read the synopsis, but I'll give it to you guys. Based on the graphic novel, a police officer who can't be stopped by death returns to the streets time and time again to fight crime. I don't know why there was a comma in there.
Somebody didn't edit the IMDb.
IMDb?
Or maybe
Yeah.
they just, I don't know, man. Who's to say?
Yeah.
So, did any of us know anything about this movie other than Glenn Howerton being in it?
I don't think so.
I didn't
had
even
a
know it
theory
was a
that it
comic
was-
book movie.
I knew that, but I did research before.
Yeah, see, I went in blind. I literally saw it and was like, okay, it's this long. Okay, it fits. Glenn's in it,
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's harder to think like 100 minutes, like less than 100 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because a lot of movies are running around 111.
That or like a lot of the shorter movies are like kids movies. So if you're like, okay,
Yeah.
if you don't want a
Right.
kids movie, like it makes it a little bit harder too.
Now, this movie is not a kid's movie.
My
Let's go
bad.
ahead and start with Tim picked a smut film.
In the first couple of minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right off the bat, I was like, God damn it, what did I just get myself into?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
even like, it was just like, I'm like, is this actually like a porn? Is Glenn in a
Right.
porno? Oh, you're in one, like half a scene. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I will say that scene was longer than I was expecting it to be. Not
Which scene? The smut scene or Glenn's scene?
both.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, okay, like because when you scroll down the cast on Google, like Glenn's pretty far down. So I
Yeah.
was like, he's probably gonna be in it. He's gonna be like a background goon or something. You know what I mean? Like once the movie started. And then when he came in, I was like, oh, okay, like he's actually got his own scene. He's a whole vibe with his hair and his
And
accent.
His accent. What the
and-
fuck?
His accent was great.
Yeah.
I think the issue is I don't see him with an accent.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was funny too, because like you watch him enough through Sunny that like you can see like some Dennis faces. Like there was like
Oh,
one that
yeah.
popped out, and I was like, nice.
Yeah.
So do you think they just rolled over to Patty's pub and just picked him up? Because like Patty's is in this film. Like the actual location. The
Yeah.
exterior location of it. I was like, I think they're down at Patty's pub.
Yeah. The only reason I recognized it was because that curb is so high, and I was like,
Right.
that curb is still really high. And then wait, that looks familiar.
I only noticed it because of the brick building.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's pretty memorable.
Well, I think the pace of this film was set, or like the tone of it was set definitely from the very beginning.
Yeah, lots of
'Cause,
like they're counting
It
orgasms
didn't look
and
like
everything.
a good movie. Yeah, it looked like one of those movies that was going to be bad, but going into it, I wasn't sure if it was going to be intentionally bad to be like entertaining,
Like
or it
Asylum.
was a serious film to be. Yeah,
That I'm still not certain what their aim was.
I think they were just trying to be over the top everywhere.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. And I have a lot of thoughts on this movie, but the one that I'm going to center myself around is like, I think that this would have played better in like the 90s. Like, I'm very shocked that this is 2016 is my first
Mhm.
thought. And then my second thought is it kind of reminds me of like Sin City for some reason. Like, it's very like it's going for a vibe, right? But then I think they like stopped like 75% of the way on the vibe, and they were like, fuck it, like we're not committing all the way to this, because I don't know, it's just like all of the prosthetics and then the audio and then like some of the comic book scenes like you clearly see, and so I'm like, I wish you would have just like gone for it a little more than like
Right.
half-assing it. I don't know. Maybe. What do you guys think?
Are you? I feel like what you were trying to say was like, it's in a world that is very so close to our world. It branched, and it's just very. It's not parallel. I don't know. It's a vibe. I get the Sin City thing, but Tim, it's actually very similar to, like, the premise is very similar to a film that you adore,
What?
Really?
Dredd.
You're talking about like RoboCop or Dredd?
It's
Yeah, I
Dredd.
got vibes from that, but like
Some people think he's
Dredd
in the
is
Dredd
definitely
world.
he could be.
I
He
don't
could
fucking
be.
know.
He would be. I mean, I don't think Mega City 1 is near LA.
I'm just gonna
can't.
say, I didn't know
But
Mega City 1 was a thing. I've never seen Dredd.
oh yeah, Mega
Neither.
City 1's literally just a giant city full of people
Yeah.
because everywhere else outside of that is desert.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it Stallone in the original?
Yeah.
And then Carl Urban
Which I
the
like that one
second.
too, but everybody talks shit about it. But that's fine. It's entertaining. I watched it as a kid, so I like it. But
There you go.
I thought people loved
the Carl
the.
Urban one is far better.
I thought people loved the original. Like, I thought it was a cult classic.
I think it is, but a lot of people shit on it from what I see.
Huh.
The bad guy makes the film in that one.
Oh, okay.
He's phenomenal.
I feel like
Not
sometimes like the villain can really make a film, because like
Absolutely.
for me, like, let's use Marvel. Like, I thought Thanos was a really good villain. I liked Thanos, but Ultron was boring to me.
Yes. Ultron was just a limp noodle.
And this movie scatters the villains, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like none of them
Yeah.
are particularly good. Like you've got the Fortune 500, which are like nails on a chalkboard to me because their audio is so off.
Oh God, they're awful.
But like the prosthetics look good, but like also I feel like you overcommitted to those. Like I don't
Well,
know.
you gotta know who you're dealing with, and you're dealing with clown number 5 from Slipknot.
Okay.
He's the director, and he brought in a few of the villains were some of the Slipknot people.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, of all people to try and get masks,
Yeah.
they're probably
Yeah.
the right guys.
Yeah.
It makes a little more sense, honestly. It makes it a little bit better.
It kind of
Is it
fixes
just-
a few things. Well, it really makes it like the music of this movie is so attacky. Like, I listen to screamo and harder rock and whatnot, but I feel like when I'm watching it in a movie, I'm just not prepared for it. It catches me off guard.
It's very jarring. Yeah. You're just like, I was not ready for that, even in an action film. Yeah.
Like, well, even in an action film past like 2010, 2005, I might expect it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But talking about
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was
What?
just gonna say that's what I get. Like I keep coming back to it's 2016. Like why does it look like this? But go ahead, Tim.
Right. No, that's a good point. Yeah, it looks very early 2000s, 90s, late 90s. But I was just gonna say, talking about the villains, I actually really enjoyed the black dude with the Asian voice, and then
Zen
or the Asian
Zen
yeah,
Master
Zen, that's it.
Flash.
Oh, that's his
Yeah,
name.
and so he could like teleport and shit. But I love when he was like, "All right, we're done with subtitles," and he was just like,
And then he
his
did the
voice
shit.
didn't match like the.
Yeah.
He did the shit. He did the
Like
shitty
the
like
school.
old school Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious. I thought that was probably the best thing in the movie.
I would agree
That was
with
just
that.
too good.
Yeah. That was good. And then you have what? Mother
Gospel.
yeah, she was weird.
Yeah. She was just,
I
I'm
was
just
only here for Glenn
saying.
in that scene. The rest of her, I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going
I'm just
on
saying,
here.
Yeah,
Gable
why
really
are there none?
fucked up.
Who's Gable?
yeah.
Oh my god, you don't know who Gable? He's our hero. He's the protagonist.
Oh, the young kid? The young
Yeah,
Okay.
like the.
He was annoying. I'm sorry. I didn't commit his name to
He was
memory because
very
I was like, this
annoying.
guy's annoying.
What was funny was I thought his name was
Yeah.
Gables,
Mm.
and then I realized it's just Gable. Anyways, so first off, I felt like they were trying to do Jack Quaid.
Mm.
Like they found their version of Jack Quaid, which is
Yeah. Actually, yeah. That's funny you say that. Because at first when I saw him, I was thinking he was Jack Quaid.
and you're like, no, you too.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
All right, so like the first moment they walked in together, like when he looking like a child next to this man who is a monster. I'm just like baby legs and regular legs,
Yeah.
Regular legs.
baby legs and regular legs. Sam and I say that probably too much.
It's too much fun to say. How can you
I like to
not?
say Mr. Poopy Butthole all the time.
Yeah.
I like to
I
yell
do have a lot of animals though. So
personal space.
on any given day, one of them is personal space is good.
One of them
There's
is
a bunch of clips
applicable.
of this, isn't there? Yeah,
That episode in
always,
particular.
always.
What did we say when we were overseas? Like you and Taylor came back with it, Tim. Kept saying it.
Oh, the
Dub, dub,
Garga
dub.
Blarg Blarg.
Gargle blarg
Gargle, yeah, we did
Gargle
that too.
blarg.
Yeah, Gargle was a big thing for a while. I had that as a ringtone for a little while.
Oh my
pretty great.
gosh.
Sam and I for ourselves.
It was phenomenal.
Sam and I have the Denden Mushi from One Piece, like the little snail, like the
Oh,
ba-da, ba-da,
yeah.
ba-da, ba-da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only when
That's
she
pretty
calls
good.
me.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't ruin songs like it used to.
Yeah.
So speaking of quotes,
Oh, I was gonna say. I think
Uh-oh.
Tim, you were gonna say something about the nuns. Did you have a thought on them other than
Oh,
like
I
what the
was
fuck?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Why nuns? Like just because, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
They had painted faces and
Yeah.
sell guns. Like,
I
I don't
would-
know.
to me, they
Maybe
fit.
it's a-
They
maybe
fit a
it's a
comic
play
book
on
universe.
They do. I'm not saying they don't fit. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I feel like also like the Fortune 500 fits better in a graphic novel when you don't
Yeah.
have. I don't know.
I don't know. Like the nuns looked weird, so like I could see that being in a graphic novel. I'm not sure why.
No, I'm saying
but, like,
both of them would do better in a graphic novel.
I thought this was a graphic
Mm.
novel.
Yeah,
is it
like
not?
I just don't. What I'm trying to say is it didn't translate well.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Got on the same page. But I wanted to say quotes.
Yes. Go ahead.
Let's go with them. He's got an army of badass motherfuckers.
I didn't even catch that one.
Zen Master Flash. That was the
Yeah.
Vulture dude talking about Zen Master Flash, man.
Mm.
And then these bitches are hardcore.
Talk about the
Nice.
nuns.
And then let's do things by the book.
Oh
As
yeah.
he stares at a man
God.
that is more or less Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's monster.
Right?
Frankenstein's monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Frankenstein's mom.
Who you're not really sure has a brain. Like all you see is him murdering people. He doesn't say much. Like at the point
Yeah.
where it was, I'm like, let's do things by the book. Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Well, then he just wakes up and he's just like very robotic and like,
I
yep,
know.
he just goes back to work.
Yeah. Seriously.
Okay.
Dude, the doctor in this movie, so in the telekinetic room, which is hilarious. Or telepath.
my
It would have
God,
been
yeah.
it would have been telepathic, not telekinesis.
Mm.
The telepath room, which is hilarious, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? The doctor though is the he's a big voice actor, and he does Darth Maul in like the Star Wars Clone Wars, and it made me happy.
Nice.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sam.
no, that's cool.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so they got two people. No, then like the head, the chief of police or commander, whatever, whatever her rank was.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also like Miles Morales' mom in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Like she's in
She
other
played
shit.
some other stuff. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I definitely recognize her.
Yep.
I don't
same.
know how Slipknot dude got all these people. And there are moments where I was looking at Officer Downe and being like, did Glenn try out to be him?
Right? It's the profile.
It's
I
the
was
profile.
Yeah,
They have similar hair, and similar
they
like
do.
lines.
He
Mhm.
couldn't grow the mustache.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just slap a fake one on. Anyways, but like the inside face is the main difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, so back to shitting on Gable, because why not? He's the worst. I don't know. He annoyed the shit out of me.
Rather annoying. Yeah, he's rather annoying.
He's too good of a goody two shoes. There's the words.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was like hated on Officer Downe like the entire movie, and then suddenly they're at the bar and he's just randomly defending him, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't know. His character was somewhat hypocritical, it seemed, but
Yeah, a lot of him was.
yeah.
I did like, so the beginning was like a lot to handle because he was like so cheesy and intense, and then it flips to the infamous scene, but then it says motherfucking LA as like a title card, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
funny. Like I was like, okay, and then the rest of it happened, and I don't know, for some reason it reminded me of Spawn too. I have no idea why.
Because it was another comic book movie.
Right, but like I watch plenty of comic book movies, so I don't want to act like, oh, this is my
Yeah.
pile. Like there was just a lot of older comic book movie vibes, I guess is the way,
Okay.
Right.
which was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
For me, it felt like an MTV film. Like, so MTV like dabbled in movies and
It
TV
did.
show,
I
right?
didn't know that. I knew they did TV shows, but not
Yeah.
movies.
Well, maybe I've seen MTV movies, I thought, but maybe I just planted that memory in my head. Anyways, this movie felt like it was like that. Sam used to watch Teen Wolf I would watch it with her.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Mhm,
And
yeah.
It was about similar, like acting,
Capability.
writing. I don't know.
I don't know that anybody terribly acted though, did they? Maybe Gable, but like the acting to me didn't
Yeah, the
feel
acting wasn't
over the
terrible.
top.
No, I should say
it's
it was the
everything
dialogue.
else.
It was the dialogue.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was the
I
dialogue
mean-
and yeah.
There
Uh,
wasn't much thought put into the dialogue. I don't
No,
think.
Yeah.
no.
That was the afterthought of just like what was going on. You're just supposed to stare at the screen and watch all the action and stuff, and then the random moments of depth. You know, it's like you're getting to know Officer
Yeah.
Downe, and it's like this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Come on, speed it up.
And
I don't
knowledge
really
is
care
really-
about him.
Yeah, or all the telepaths, like that whole scene about them dying to bring him back one last time or whatever. It's like it's getting a little deeper than this initially
Needs to
thought it
be.
was going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it needs to be. Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know.
I also was waiting for all of the villains to like work together or something, because
Right.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's just a standard comic book trope
They
that like
kinda
they
do,
all
though.
kind of know each other. But like, I was waiting for like a bigger villain. It just felt like it was like, all right, like
Oh.
go kick this person's butt, go kick that person's butt, and there was no real like continuity. So part of me wonders like, would it have played better as like an animated film, like Into the Spider-Verse potentially, or
Yes.
like a limited series animated show that's like 7 episodes or something? Like, I don't know. Part of me just wonders like, I'm not sure it was meant for a movie.
You know what? I'm gonna say maybe 7-minute episodes of
Right?
animation.
Like
Oh,
little
I
But
shorties.
see. Yeah.
7-minute episodes of all action, and like he just is breaking in. Like they tell a story in less than 10 minutes. I don't need all the depth with Officer Downe. I can learn it through
Right.
his punching.
Or like maybe
That wouldn't be
by
bad.
like it weaves together so that you get the depth by the end, but it's not like we're taking 10 to 20 minutes out to like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Drill down.
Just keep digging.
Yeah.
Also, and so the technology in this movie is interesting that they're like, you know what? The military is not using this. They 100% would be the ones using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the Los
Well,
Angeles
possibly.
Police Department. Like
Right. That's not how that works exactly.
there's a totem pole, and as far as police departments, they might be higher up because they're a monster, like municipality. That word, municipal,
Municipality.
municipality. There we are. So like, but they're not above the military.
No, especially not for weapons tech and whatnot, like
I know.
development and everything. There's just no like that makes no sense.
I
I don't
know.
know. There's no police department that has its like weapons development. Like it's just,
Yeah.
that's not a thing.
Right. So it's kind of funny. It's like you have to suspend your disbelief, like
Yeah.
about
for
that.
sure.
If they had just said he was like a zombie, I would have been sold better.
Yeah.
Not that they have a special super secret technology that requires like 50 people to have
Right, for
telepathic
some reason he
abilities.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
that was a little weird. It would have been better if he was just like, somehow a zombie and just kept
It's
coming
like-
back. But it also would have been great, like, if the damage stayed.
Yeah.
So, like, he healed slowly, so like the damage was there, but it would slowly heal. So, like,
Yeah.
over time, that would
Yeah,
be kinda
like
cool.
Frankenstein's monster. Just make him Frankenstein's monster. It would
Yeah.
be better. We would also
Yeah,
save
the
like
doctor's like at the
30
end would have to like,
minutes.
true, and like he got his hand cut off. It would be funny if they were just like, just sew another one on and it'll
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
That would have been great. But then he's
Oh,
just like,
yeah.
that's how they fix him. Just sew shit back on him.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, we can't find his leg. Use somebody else's, and he like hobbles for a while until he gets a
And
better
then-
leg.
And then what he does is he sees like his legs are actually two different like lengths, right? And he sees a dude that's
Yeah.
got the same length as one of his legs, and he just is like, "I'm sorry, sir. You have to make a donation
need
to
this."
the."
Well, that's what he does. He just the criminals that he kills. He just uses their body parts. to
Exactly.
rebuild himself.
Did
There
we
you
just write? Did we
go.
just rewrite Officer Down?
Yeah.
I think we just made it a much better film. Yeah.
Do we need to write a Frankenstein-esque
That's actually a
superhero?
really kind of like a cool idea for a superhero. Just you kind of make I don't know, Zombie Man's kind of taken, but yeah,
Frankenman.
that would be entertaining as a superhero that
You would have to.
can't
You have.
die, but he can't regenerate, so he just uses people or pieces,
Tim is
Yeah.
100% sold.
and he can use like animal pieces to like do some animal shit, like smell crime. That would be cool.
I
There
was
we go.
waiting to get there. I was like, this is where this, like, I saw it from a mile away. This is where the conversation, I didn't want to force it there. I was like, they're going to get there. I'm just going to sit
Are
back.
you suggesting Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah, exactly.
Dolph Lundgren.
I mean, of all people to
Play
play
Dolph Lundgren.
Frankenstein,
That would be pretty great.
like a ghost, I have unfinished business with this film.
What's your unfinished business?
I'm out of notes.
So you have finished
I-
business.
Have one big gripe, which I shouldn't have it because it's a comic book bullshit thing.
Yes,
But
I probably
the
agree.
revolver made no sense whatsoever in any functionality. It
That
had
was a
two barrels,
revolver?
one cylinder. I mean,
In quotes.
you can call it that. It had two,
Oh
two
shit! It has a
barrels,
name.
one cylinder. Oh yeah. Shit, I can't remember the name of it.
You continue. I'll look it up.
And then it had an AR magazine that did nothing, from what I could tell. Unless for some reason that shot out of one of the I don't know. He never used that. He just reloaded with the baby food and the one, the cylinder. But yeah,
What's,
and then he would fire more rounds than that were in the cylinder. Yeah, it's just all over the top and ridiculous. That was my gripe. I hated that gun. It
The
looks cool, but it makes no sense.
the funniest thing is I googled Officer Down gun, and the first thing that came up is this is the strangest fake movie gun ever.
Somebody,
Yeah,
Tim wrote that earlier.
I probably.
I guess so. Tim,
Or you have not a fan club. You have others in your club that are feeling the same way.
no, time traveling
You're right.
club.
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going.
I thought I did that again this week, and I was about to freak the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
That
what
would
movie
be
was
impressive.
Boogeyman. But it's a new
Boogerman?
one from 2023, and I was like, I swear to God, because I remember as a kid, Boogeyman freaked me out. It was great. It was so good. It freaked me out. I have to look that one up. I don't know. It was a very good psychological thriller or horror. and whereas this one was just kind of like a monster film. And I was like, okay, good. I don't know any of it.
Wait,
But I turned it on specifically because I was like, all right, did I time travel?
Yeah,
How old
just,
were
like,
you
need to
when you
know if
said-
I'm time traveling at this point?
how old were you when you said you saw the original one?
We're gonna find out. I don't know. I was a kid.
So like 10.
All I'm gonna say is most kids.
1980 is when the film came out.
So it could have been any time.
I think it was actually the 2005 one. Yeah, it's the 2005 one. So
Oh, okay, you're
high
safer.
school, which was kind of where I was going with, but
I'm
Um,
thinking Tim's watching psychological horrors at like 10. What are
I
you staring
did.
at?
I'm pretty sure that's around when I saw Aliens.
Oh.
That age, which was all my own doing because I wasn't supposed to watch it, but I snuck
Yeah.
and watched it anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
you got to.
Alien's a monster
But I
movie.
enjoyed it, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun one.
But anyways,
Yeah, that was my last gripe with that film.
My only other gripe is like, not only did we have one orgasm counter, we had 2 orgasm counters. I was like, it's
gosh.
over the top the first time. Now it's like really over the top. Like, I don't think we didn't need any of it at all.
you know, I told you I
Yeah.
had unfinished business, and it was because they didn't show full penetration.
I was waiting for that to come up too.
Yeah, full penetration.
Mm-hmm.
Action, woman, full penetration, action, full penetration. It just kind of ends like this film.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm still trying to figure out if that's the right boogeyman.
Anyways, so Tim, as the selector of this double-digit film,
Yeah.
are you flipping it on, and
Uh,
where are you ranking it?
You know, I really wanted to like this film, even because it was just bad in a way that it was trying to be a good bad, and I think it
Mhm.
just failed. I'm going to put it as my first flip off spot.
Okay.
Okay.
It was almost my last flip on spot, and I was like, nah, there's going to be better films. There's no way.
Sam?
I was harsher with this. I was actually debating if I would watch Shadow in the Cloud before I would watch this again, which you guys are going to be like,
Ooh.
jaw on the floor. But went back and forth with that for a couple minutes, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I will watch The Gremlin before I will watch this again, because there was a section in this that was incredibly boring, as well as, so like, not only was it like, okay, this is over the top and ridiculous and I hate it, but then now I'm bored, and I don't quite remember
That's
being
because you were.
bored in Shadow
Oh,
in the
okay.
Cloud as much as I was just like pissed off. So I'm gonna choose to be
Yeah.
pissed off. So this is my last flip off spot.
Okay. So you already broke your rule.
Yep. Womp womp.
It took
Already done
Officer
did it.
Down to do that.
Yeah. Well, I really
Yep.
didn't think anything was gonna dethrone it. I'm not happy about saying that I would watch that other
Wait,
film
are you gonna
again.
flip it on?
No.
Oh, okay. I had to double check too. You know, she didn't give us a hard answer.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard.
It wasn't a
Flip
hard
off.
no.
I said flip off in my last spot. How is that not a hard answer?
Last spot, like last flip on off spot. Anyways, so for mine, I didn't tell you guys the scores. I'll tell you them after mine.
Okay.
So yeah, I would not flip this on.
Ooh.
Where am I putting it though? I think so. Here's how I did it in my head. Because it was up against Shadow in the Cloud as well.
Nah.
I felt that I would watch Shadow in the Cloud longer, like a higher percent. Like if I turned it on, I would probably turn this movie off first.
I could see that.
Because the first
Oh, I see what you're saying.
like the first 40 minutes of Shadow in the Cloud aren't the worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Yeah, it
last
amps it up.
it's
Yeah.
the last 60 minutes.
The back half. Yeah.
Yeah, so like Officer Down, I'm gonna flip off for that.
Okay. Well, that's a good way of thinking about
I
it.
feel that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the fight scenes are much better in this, and I don't know how I'm fucking saying
Yeah.
that. How can I say
Well,
that the
just 'cause
fight
they're
scenes are better?
entertaining, They're just ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm
And
like,
whereas in Shadow in the Cloud, it's like completely unrealistic
are
in
you
any
saying? Yeah,
fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, when you drop a rock or a penny or something out of a flying vehicle, where does it go? Behind you, because you know you're traveling in the air.
Gravity beats all.
Gravity is down. It is
A
not
ton.
down to the side,
Mhm.
not down
Yeah.
forward, Anyways, but this movie
It's not
didn't try and
variable.
this movie didn't try and change gravity.
So you're like,
Right.
all right.
So the fight scenes are better, but I liked the suspense of Shadow in the Cloud more.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the critics, because I forgot to do this, give it a 33%, audience a 29.
Oof.
Yeah. And then IMDb with a 4.2 out of 10, Google with a 65%, which is higher than I expected.
I'm actually kind of glad you read
Yeah.
those second. And now I'm like, maybe we should read them second because
Okay.
it's fun to see if our opinions match up to theirs or not. Because, like, we all were like, this one wasn't that great. And then it's low scores. Like, might have just been a nice coincidence for us.
I think Tim gets the most affected by them. Like, when he thinks a movie is trash and it gets good scores.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that because it bothers me.
Yeah.
He's like, who watches this?
Or like the reverse, right? So doing it after Tim gives us a glowing review of it, or dragging it through the coals, and he hears the opposite. This could be funnier.
I know. Like, maybe don't change it for this season, but next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now for next week, I am up. What will I get? Will I pick another movie from 1954?
I press X for doubt.
Near and Dear. So I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch classics as a kid. So you're getting out of that and going straight into a kids film.
Nah.
Well, shit.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to today's episode. If you would like to watch what we're watching, you can follow along on Instagram or Threads. We like to post little teasers, little things that are going on. We are at Flix. We also have a website, flipperflix.com, and Gmail, flipperflix@gmail.com. We appreciate anybody sending in recommendations. We like to watch, what you enjoy, maybe what you didn't like. If you want to torture us sending something terrible, we'd like to watch it anyway. Give our own little unprofessional review. Also, we do like having reviews. So if you didn't enjoy us or you did enjoy us and our unprofessionalism, please let us know. It doesn't matter if it's public, private, however you want to send it in. We'd like to hear from you. Lastly, we drop episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. So if you are following along, you'll know what's going on the week before, and you'll be able to watch the movie beforehand if you want to, or sit around and wait for the episode to drop and then see our terrible or awesome review.